So really, when we're thinking about a mineral-rich diet, we want things that are animal-based, mostly for our protein, but going beyond just the muscle meats, maybe getting into the bone broths and livers. Those are all really mineral-rich, and when they come from an animal, they're super bioavailable, more bioavailable than if it were from a plant. So the body actually recognizes that version of that nutrient, and it absorbs it and uses it even more efficiently than if it were from a plant. But I think it's important to still have a balanced diet. So we're having our animal proteins, we're having our animal derived nutrient dense foods like liver or bone broth, but we're also having some healthy carbs in our diet that are essential. Things like citrus, fruits, roots, root vegetables of any sort, whether that's beets, potatoes, carrots, whatnot, turnips, parsnips, whatever you can dream up of. Roots are going to be really mineral rich. And then if you do things like beans or lentils or oats or any grain based foods or legume based foods, you'll want to soak or sprout those so that the minerals in them are more available and more absorbable in the body. And then beyond that, we do, of course, love the vegetables. We want to have some vegetables in our diet. But I will say there are some fats that you can include, like, of course, olive oil, animal-based fats that you might cook with, coconut oil. Those are really mineral rich. And notice I'm not mentioning anything like gluten or wheat. I would have to say, like, the biggest thing that you get from this podcast episode is that your food counts and what you put in your body counts. And you should always take into consideration when you're making a meal that you don't just want to make this a meal that tastes good. You actually want it to be mineral rich so that it serves you really well. And when you're eating a diet that serves you really well, you're not going to have enough room for things like wheat-based foods with a lot of gluten, because those things are mineral depleted but calorie dense, so the exact opposite of what you want. And there's not a lot of room for processed foods, because once you start eating mineral rich foods, you stay fuller longer. Also, your blood sugar's better. Things are getting inside the cells to be used by the body more efficiently, because that's what minerals do. It takes hormones and nutrients that aren't inside the cells, takes them into the cells, and is able to perform its cellular processes a lot better once it's had those minerals. So when we're eating a diet, we want it to be mineral rich. That's the first thing we're looking at.